Hello and welcome to this video. You join me today on the bank of Yew Fisheries in some gale force winds. Hence this is a voiceover video and I'm not going to be speaking while I'm on the bank. That's only because of the wind conditions we had. Luckily though, I managed to work around them, and this video you'll see me land some quality fish. As you can see here, I'm using the slapping technique at 13 metres off peg 4 at Yew to try and draw those carp up in the water. As you can see, I'm slapping the bait over and over on the surface, generating sound as the pellet comes in contact with the water. This sound hopefully will draw the fish up to the surface and we'll be able to catch a few. Let's see if the method works. On my first try, I slapped the pellet 5 times and then let the bait settle. Straight away the elastic poured from my pole and a fish was on. After an awesome fight, a lovely common carp graced my net, the first fish of the evening session. The wind was getting up and I only managed one more fish on the shallow line before it got too windy to hold my pole. Those 2 fish just show how effective the slapping technique is. If I'd have had longer fishing shallow, I am sure and I am very confident that I would have been able to land a lot more fish than I did. Here we have Charlie Nelson, a fellow junior angler, and also Charlie is a big fan of the Angling Addict videos, as he's told us. It's great to hear this, and please don't be afraid to come over and have a chat to me if you ever see me on the bank. Back to the fishing. Charlie's hooked this fish in the marginal areas of the lake. Now, fishing the margins is an awesome tactic for evenings. Fish have figured out, because after all they are wise creatures, they've figured out that anglers tip their bait, their leftover bait, into the margins at the end of a session. During the evening, larger fish tend to come into these areas and they feed very confidently. It's always worth to do a little bit of margin fishing in the evenings because you never know what you might catch. Small carp to absolute monsters can be found in these areas, so I would really advise practicing some margin fishing, and especially if you're a match angler, the margins are a great way to pick up some extra weight during a match. Let's see if Charlie manages to land this fish. And another margin fish is hooked in an instant. The elastic has poured at my pole, as you can see, and this is a margin lump. Another carp is heading towards my keep net. Take note though, as you can see here, I pulled that fish away from those reeds to make sure there was no chance of me getting snagged. These fish fight hard, so you've got to be prepared for it. All I've done to get this result is feed a handful of 6mm pellets and a palmful of sweet corn via a pole pot into my margin swim. The rest is history, as they say. I placed my bait in, which was a 6mm pellet, and as you can see here, you can expect some great results in a very short amount of time. One key point though that you can see here, there are no anglers in sight. Many anglers have gone home, and this is a sign that it's time to target those marginal areas. Make sure you're up for the job though, because if your tackle isn't up to it, you won't land those fish. Thank you for watching this video. My name's Hayden Ward. This is the end result. 3 large carp, 2 of which are from the margins and 1 was caught shallow. We've also got a few extra fish in that bag. As I've said, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe so you get informed when we upload another one. Tight lines and wet nets.